Well, the Braves bullpen box of chocolates were licorice in the latter part of the game. I thought that Wilson Contreras struck out on that check swing that should have remained tied 4-4, but he was able to walk on a really good battle. I didn't mind the bat flip. He earned it. But then that changeup to Nolan Gorman, why? I don't mind trying to throw a surprise party, but if you're going to leave it on a tee, at least go to your better pitches, your slider and your fastball. Go to your go-to pitches if you're going to get beat. Not something that you haven't thrown that entire inning, a very, very, very intense inning. No. That's my biggest pet peeve, and Nolan Gorman absolutely scorched it, 7-4. Noah Wiles had a rough debut, did strike out Wilson Contreras for his first MLBK, so that was great, but yuck. And there was way too many walks, wild pitches, 7 walks, I believe, and Montero's inning, he didn't get help from Ozzie on the squeaker, Alex Burleson single. It wasn't hit that hard. It was hit hard, 93 miles an hour, but I think Ozzie thinks he should have got to that one, and then it kind of unraveled from there. 2 walks by Montero. The Jordan Walker one is the most annoying because he had him 0-2 quickly and then just started nibbling, and Jordan Walker was able to spit on the splitter. And then Victor Scott with another walk. Victor Scott can go away. He's been on base and a pest this entire series. And then he gave up a squeaker single to Mason Wynn. There's just epic speed down at the bottom of the St. Louis lineup. Dylan Lee was able to limit the damage. Unfortunately, he spiked a slider, choked it big time for the wild pitch 4-4 after striking out Nootbaar on a 3-1 slider. I don't know if the rain had anything to do with all the wildness, but it was unfortunate. But we came back quickly and thought we were going to get back ahead. First and third, 1 out for Ozzie. Lefty against Steven Matz, and he popped up shallow, and then Money Mike absolutely scorched one on the ground, but not through a hole, 108 miles an hour off the bat. Nothing to show for it. And then the 8th inning that I discussed kind of fell apart like a cheap $3 tent, and Ozzie couldn't come through in the third. Bases loaded, 2 outs, struck out on Palante, who the GPS was wonky for him, but Ozzie's just in a struggle bus right now. Both sides, it feels like he's a little in between, which isn't great, but Money Mike was just doing the same thing. Sean Murphy's still hotter than a dancing bobcat on the surface of the sun holding a tiki torch. He started the scoring with a solo blast to left. And then we got Austin Riley infield single after a Jared Kelenic double to make it 3-2. And then Matt Olson went Oppo Taco in the 5th to make it 4-2. But then the bullpen kind of eroded, unfortunately, and it was just an ugly one. But as always, go Braves, champions forever. Hopefully we get the game in tomorrow. Weather doesn't look great, but Bryce Elder on the mound. We'll see what happens. Going for the series win tomorrow. Just an ugly one that kind of fell apart, and I hope that Ozzie goes down in the bottom of the order just to kind of get his confidence back, just like Money Mike, and we'll see what happens. But as always, go Braves, champions forever.